Hi, besties. Hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl, Poet Abdullah, as usual. Okay, guys, on today's episode, I'll be talking about something juicy. Yes, today we'll be discussing, or rather, I'll be dropping tips on how to get that man to propose. Yes, I said it. I know most of you are going to say, "Oh my God, Poet, this is so cliche. How are you going to do it?" Girl, I got you, okay? That's why I'm here. That's why you have me to do the dirty work for you and to give it to you on a platter because why not if not? First of all, let me just go ahead and say this is a disclaimer that these tips are not for people who don't have a relationship yet, okay? You have to have a working, functioning relationship for this tip to work for you, okay? First of all, you have to have a man, okay? A man that you love and that loves you in return. We're not going to go snatch someone from the streets. No. I'm talking about people who are already in a relationship, a functioning relationship, and they want to get their man to commit more on the one by doing the needful, going down on one knee and proposing to them. These tips are for people who want the man to take the relationship to the next level, literally take them to the altar and wife her. Okay, people that want to be wifed, these tips are for you. All right, first of all, if you have not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do well to like this video and subscribe. Okay, tip number one, girl, you want to be a part of his emotional support system. Yes, you want to be a part of his emotional support system. You should be the person he calls when he's having a bad day. You should be the person he calls when he has good news. You should be the person he calls when he's anxious, when he's going through a lot. Basically, you should be his support system. You should be his cheerleader whenever he's going through stuff. You should be that person to him, his emotional support system. Guys, do not fail to do this because if you do this, this already places you at his top tier in his mind that you are his ride or die, you are his person. And that's where most of us girls get it wrong. We all want to stick when it's good and when it's juicy, but when it comes tough for a man, we run away. We think that men do not need as much support as we women do. The truth of the matter is a masculine man also needs a support system. Okay, so if you are that to him, if he sees you like you're a support system through good and bad, trust me, girl, you're on your way to becoming wifed. Basically, yes, you're on your way to becoming a Mrs. Him. Okay. All right, moving on. The next thing is you want to allow him feel vulnerable around you. I know, okay, I know. Many of you say, I don't want to see a man cry. Ew, girl. If your man can be vulnerable around you, if your man can be vulnerable around you without the fear of being judged, trust me, girl. Take it from me. You're on your way to becoming a missus. Because men generally have the notion that they have this need to look tough all the time, even when they are going through stuff, right? But by the time your man is able to go through stuff and come to you, hold you, and cry it out, be vulnerable enough to shed those tears. It's really hard for a man to cry, and in our society, many men fake it. I won't even lie that that's not a possibility. But I'm saying for a genuine man that is actually in a relationship with you, and both of you are building it towards somewhere, you feel like it's time to go on one knee and do the needful. You should allow him be vulnerable around you and do not judge him for that, because some people see their men at their most lowest, at their lowest, and lose interest, right? But if you want to build, or you want to be able to hold this man for life, literally, sister, allow him be vulnerable around you. Let him feel safe in his vulnerability. Let him feel secured in his vulnerability. Okay, it shouldn't feel like you're going to judge him after. It should be able to cry and you wipe his tears and then he sleeps off on your laps without feeling judged. If you can make that happen, you're about to be a Mrs. Somebody. Moving on. After you've been able to be his number one cheerleader support system, you've been able to get him to be vulnerable around you. The next thing you want to do is nurture your physical intimacy, your physical chemistry. Okay, when I say this, understand me, I don't just mean sex. No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is when both of you are in the same airspace, be it in the same room, you know, when he or she walks into that presence that you are, or the same airspace that you are, let there be this physical chemistry, that people around you can sense that, oh more, these people are together. There's nothing you can tell me that I can see. They say that, you hear people saying that I can see the love in his eyes. I can see the love in her eyes. She's smitten. Yes, you want to nurture that your partner feels that way towards you. There should be this strong physical chemistry. You want to be able to build this chemistry between the two of you aside from sex, okay? Because a man can get sex anywhere. I kid you not. But there's a kind of chemistry you can build with your man. He would look for you. I kid you not. He would literally be in a hurry to come see you, because the mere sight of you lights up his day. His day is turning up for good immediately. That is kind of chemistry you want with your spouse. That even though both of you are not together, by the time you guys get to even as much as little as holding hands, you will see chemistry flying everywhere. Do you understand? If you can nurture that chemistry between the two of you, girl, you're about to be wifed. Because this kind of chemistry is not easy for men. That's the truth. That is the honest truth. It is not easy for them to get there, but if you can get him there, he's gonna pop the question really soon. I'm saying this to say that if you are watching this video and you've seen that you have already checked these boxes, girl, I believe congratulations are in order, because oh my god, girl, you're about to be wife. If you've not already liked this video, please, please, please like this video so we can please the algorithm, and leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts towards what all my tips, and do well to subscribe to this channel. Okay? Alright, besties, moving on. The next step you want to take is this: learn to resolve conflict in a healthy way. I'm saying this because it is very, 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 very important. No man wants to be with a woman who he thinks is going to go cray cray on him when they have fights in marriage. No man. I know during dating, when I say, she's stubborn and hard headed, it's kind of sexy. Girl, the truth is, they don't want to marry you if they think they can't resolve issues without throwing bottles, without throwing plates and hitting walls. No, they want a woman who they are sure at the back of their mind is peace oriented, that is ready to settle their differences, or look for resolutions to this conflict in a peaceful and healthy way. Yeah, you can tell yourself that on a normal day, when I'm upset, I get angry and throw things at the wall. Sister, if you want to be wifed, you have to work on that habit. Yes, you have to learn how to resolve conflict in a healthy manner. Are you the type that walks away when you are upset? If your spouse doesn't like that, figure out a way to engage in a healthy conversation when you're upset. Because as a matter of fact, every man wants to marry a woman they know for sure is going to be their peace. When I mean their peace, I mean when people have fights, it's going to be mature enough to not break plates, to not fight, to not become aggressive. Right? Every man wants a healthy relationship. Whether we are fighting, whether we are not fighting, every man wants a healthy relationship. So if you give them, or rather, if you show them that you can, as a matter of fact, resolve conflict without being physically abusive, without being verbally abusive, without going the extra mile, if you can resolve conflict in a healthy way, trust me, my dears, you have automatically placed yourself in his mind as the number one person. When I mean number, I mean highest ranking number one person, because even matters that do not concern you, he will bring them to you to resolve unconsciously, because he knows at the back of his head that you are someone who can resolve conflicts without going cray on him. I know this is seeming far-fetched because a lot of us lose it when we're upset. But girl, if you want to make that man wife you, if you want that man to do the needful, go on his knees and ask for your hand in marriage, you might as well put your bad habits to check. Okay? I'm not saying pretend, I'm saying work on those habits, because marriage is about compromise there. If you're not ready to compromise and learn and unlearn, then it's not for you in the first place. So yeah, girl, do yourself a favor and learn to work on resolving conflict in a healthy way. Okay? Moving on. The next thing you want to do is to make his family and friends fall helplessly in love with you. I do not mince words when I say make his family and friends fall helplessly in love with you. Girl, you cannot underestimate the power of his family and friends over his life, especially a very masculine man has um who feels some sort of responsibility towards his family. You cannot you cannot not get them to like you. Yeah, you want them to be on your side, because the truth of the matter is, if they like you, your relationship will last longer. Because even when you guys have fights and he wants to vent, it's those families, those friends that he wants to vent to, and by the time they already like you see them fighting your battles, literally calling him out on his bullshit, or they are telling him, okay man, they're holding him accountable for what he has done. They'll say, okay, first of all, you are wrong. Okay, and sometimes you see them telling you that, oh my god, no, you can't do that because she's a good girl, she's nice. You are the one who has messed up. If they like you, your relationship is gonna last. It's not just gonna last, they'll be the one to suggest in his head. They start telling him, when are you going to propose, when are you going to do the next photo? Her, you cannot just be stringing her along. She's a nice girl from a good background, and she really really loves and care about you. You see them shipping words like into his head. If they like you, I'm not saying everybody in the family is going to like you. No, I'm not even saying you are going to like everybody in his family, but you want to make sure that the important people to him are on your side. Come on, I'm not saying patronize them, but if you want to, or if that's the only way, girl, do it. For example, his best friend. That's a no-brainer. If he doesn't have a best friend, fantastic. That's very good. To be honest, that's good for you. If he doesn't have a best friend, then the next target is his mom, his dad, his siblings, whomever he is close to. As a matter of fact, do not shy away from meeting them, because when you meet them, tendencies are you can easily get them to be on your side. Someone once said that whoever is able to start a conversation is at the or rather stands a better chance at leaving that conversation more satisfied, right? What they mean is, if you meet this family member and the family member or the friends start asking, oh my god, where are you from, where did you school, and all of that, you want to engage in the conversation by not just answering questions only, but also throwing back questions at them, like, okay, if it's a friend, how long have you guys been friends, when did you guys meet? If it's a sibling, like, oh my god, can I see baby pictures? And if you see pictures or portraits of the wall where they went fishing or swimming or camping and all of that stuff, you want to engage that in conversation, because it only means that you hold this person as a top tier priority in your head. For example, you see a picture of him framed on the wall, you want to ask questions like, where did you guys take this picture? This looked like it's you guys had so much fun. How was the entire experience? These are questions you should ask. It will intrigue the person you're asking, which is the friend or the family or the sister or whatever. And it also shows your boyfriend or your spouse at that time that you think, or rather you hold him as a priority, in that he is important to you, for you to want to know about his background, his past, and things that made him who he is today. Okay, it's okay if you can't get everybody to like you, but make sure you have the necessary important family and friends to like you. Okay. The sixth tip for today is having shared goals with your spouse. Be it you both want to buy a house together, or you want to travel someplace together in a year or two, or you want to both attend this college, or you want to pursue a master's degree together in the same university, or basically, guys, have a shared goal, or even as much as having a kid together, right? If you both have something you are looking forward to, if you both have a particular goal you are both targeting, trust me, to make your spouse feel like, okay, I can do life with this person because this person has my future at heart. This person can do life with me, right? I know it's not easy to have financial goals, to share financial goals with a particular person, because, well, you never can tell, right? But if you are very certain this person is the absolute love of your life, you want to do life with this person, then go ahead. You can have shared financial goals with this person. For example, really do not have to save money together in a particular bank account to buy a house. Both of you can both save separately. For example, I'm saving this particular amount, you can be saving this particular amount, and when it has all grown to a particular amount, we can put it together and get this house, or get this car, or get this work equipment, start this business together. Whatever it is, you want to have a shared goal with this person. And the last and final tips to get today, guys, is that you make sure, as a matter of priority and importance, to remain your best self. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that This guy saw something in you before he decided to come ask you out to be his girlfriend, to be his spouse, and all of that stuff. So you want to always maintain that. Some of us have the habit of abandoning our friends when we tend to be dating people. I used to always suffer from this thing before, but I grew more mature and now I know better. So you want to make sure that you can balance it up. See those things he liked about you, that you dress nice, you smell good, your makeup is on fleek, your hair is on fleek. When he sees you in your element, the boss lady that you are, doing what you love doing, those are the things that attracted him to you, right? How you care for your friends, how you show up for your friends, how you turn up and support your friends. Those are the things that attracted him to you. You want to make sure that you maintain those things in your life. I kid you not, guys. It's very easy for us to lose ourselves in someone when we love the person so much. And to be honest, no one blames you for that. All I'm saying is that you should find a balance. Yes, there's a thin line between obsession and loving someone. So find a balance. You don't want to choke this person with your love so much so that they get bored and tired and begin to avoid you. No, you want to maintain yourself and be your best self around them, and also be your best self for other people around you. Maintain your friendships, but also make out time for your spouse, right? Do not do it so much that you don't have time for your spouse. Okay, but also most importantly, make sure you do not lose yourself in trying to please anybody. Because trust me, girl, if you do all of these 7 steps and it still does not go on one knee and propose, trust me, he's not the one. That kind of person will never ever get it. Okay, but I can bet you, if you try out the 7 steps, you come back and thank me. Okay, that's it, guys, on today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I am here to meet your love needs. Okay, until we meet next time, guys. Bye.